What's up, guys? I'm Edge22. I'm back with another video, and I got you guys covered with some gameplay. This is a new start to my new channel. I've been trying to be diverse, be versatile. So as of right now, I'm putting a lot of gaming content. I'm still going to do my sports videos. I'm still going to talk about hip-hop news and upcoming albums. I'm still going to be diverse. But this is something new that I want to bring to my channel with bringing, gaming and bringing a certain amount of audience to talk about and shed light upon a lot of things. And that's something I'm going to do on my streams. I'm going to be talking about a lot of subject matters, things that is occurring in the world, things that's going to happen futuristically. And I'm going to get into a lot of topics. Shout out to Vsauce. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, and he's kind of inspired me to, use my platform to also speak upon things that's that's affecting humanity, or just interesting things about space, what's inside the water, what's inside the sea areas, the distance between Earth and the sun, where will humanity be in the next 50 years, artificial intelligence, Elon Musk, everything he's doing with Neuralinks and a lot of his projects. So it's just so much topics. Shout out to Spirit Science. They're actually another YouTube group that I've been following for a while, where they have a lot of good, interesting things that they talk about. So I'm going to use this platform to give you guys a lot of content and topics that are things that will make you critically think. I want to use this channel to put out information where there's something that you might not have a lot of knowledge about, but me speaking upon things, I'm going to shed light to things that you're not into, or things that you may not have came across and say, oh, this is pretty cool. So again, I'm going to just try to be diverse on this channel and just give you guys a lot of information about things that matter, and actually speak upon topics that affects you every day, or just things that we question every day, things that we challenge reality on. I'm not going to get too much into religion. I don't want to bring that into this channel, or too much into politics, but I'm just going to just try to do the best I can, where it's a mutual understanding, where, we can have, these dialogue and have these conversations where, it won't be such of a big war upon a lot of things, because I know a lot of things are opinionated. So I know it's always going to be disagreements, but I want this to be a channel where I want to give you guys food for thought, and I want to give you guys some type of moral or some type of conclusion to a lot of things that's occurring in our everyday life and what's just happening in society. So this is something I want to do with my channel, with especially doing a lot of gaming. I'm starting to do a lot of streams. I know I put out a couple of videos a couple of days ago, but it wasn't really no audio. So I think the way I'm going to structure these videos is I'm going to do record some game clips, and then I'm going to do a voiceover, and I'm going to spit a lot of topics to you guys, and just try to be innovative with what I'm saying, and just try to give you guys knowledge, and just give you guys something that's going to matter. That's something I want to do on this platform, rather than just talk about the games that I'm playing, because for the most part, if anybody is coming onto this channel and you're seeing the game clips that I'm putting up, most likely the game I'm playing. If I put up more videos of Genesis, I'm going to assume people that play Destiny or Genesis or games like that, you guys already played the game, so you guys don't need me to break down this game for you. It's been out for a while, so I'm sure you guys established this game already, and all the packages and combat moves and abilities, and you guys probably know more than me, so I definitely want to just use this platform to just encourage others to search for knowledge. I want to just put out content that's going to help you guys, search for things that you may not have been interested in, but you might learn something new. I want to just give you guys fun facts, or just talk about things in our everyday life, and just have mutual dialogue. And I want to just bring you guys that type of content. So, with that being said, I feel like that was a long intro, but I felt like I had to put that out because I'm kind of all over the place. I have so much on my plate. I have so much videos that I put out with different things. I speak a lot about NBA news, NFL news. So I'm trying to contribute all of that into this one channel. So I'm going to try to be diverse and be consistent, give you guys and keep you guys updated with a lot of news, a lot of reports, whether the NBA is coming back, when are we getting the sports world. It's so much news that can always be put out. So I want to just use this platform to give you guys a lot of information. But with that being said, man, we're going to talk about George Floyd. We're going to talk about this whole situation that has been happening throughout this country. It's been a lot of riots, a lot of protesting, and I felt like I haven't really spoke on it on social media, and I think this is like this is a outlet for me to speak on it, and just have my opinion, because at the end of the day, we all have free speech to have our own opinions, as long as you're saying something that is correctly, it's something that you're saying that actually makes sense. And, for me, I've been seeing a lot of the riots. I've been following, what's been going on Facebook and Twitter, and just seeing so much people, just seeing the uproar it's insane. It's so many businesses that's being destroyed, so many riotings that's been occurring, and so many businesses that has been losing so much money. And it's just a lot of confusion. I'm just seeing so many different narratives. I'm seeing so many people protest, but there are people that are protesting for different reasons. There's a lot of people that's enraged. I see the anger and I feel the anger, and just seeing what happened to Floyd, man, it was just a sad situation. And I only seen the video like twice, and I don't think I'm gonna watch it again, just because of just how graphic it is, and just that image will always stick in my head, no matter how many times in the future I will look past it or I'll scroll past it. Like, that image is stuck in my head, just seeing the cop, putting his knee on this man's neck for 5 to 8 minutes. And it's just a sad situation, and I love the uproar. I love seeing how people are protesting and actually putting themselves on the front line, because for some of us, that work and that's working right now, I mean, there was a protest. So I live in Connecticut, guys, and there was a protest yesterday in Hartford. So shout out to anybody from Hartford. If you're from Hartford, drop a comment below. But I didn't attend to it because I was working all day. And, I have a lot of props to all the people that's protesting, peacefully protesting, and just, using their voice, and to show that we have to rise as people if we want change. And I know there's two ways you can look at it. I know there's a lot of analogies of, you're either Team Malcolm or you're Team Luther. There's a lot of sides. But, again, I just really respect people that are out there putting themselves on the front line and using their time and energy towards something that really matters, because a lot of us there's some people that's just sitting on their phones all day talking with all these opinions, but you guys are not actually going out and actually engaging in that energy, whether you're doing positive or negative. I mean, we're seeing both sides of both. We're seeing the riots and people destroying property. That to me is the negative energy. And then you see people that's peacefully protesting. And, there's even people that, like, I seen a video, like, Target, like, these people were going to ambush Target, but there were people saying, like, nah, man, like, Target, this is a job. Like, people work here, man. Like, if you destroy this Target center, there will be no one to come into work tomorrow. And that means that's one less guy that's employee. That's one less person that has to rely back on the government. And I just feel like we're going backwards when you look at it. I mean, there's two sides to it. And it's kind of a contradiction, because again, I'm with the riots, but I just think to what extent. And I just think looting and doing all that extra stuff, I think people are not even making it about Floyd. They're making it about themselves, because there's just so much going on. And I get the rioting, I get the anger, but when you start damaging your own community and your community is losing out, I think something needs to be done. So for me, if I had to, I would say, like, the biggest conclusion with everything going on, I do think, I do think we need to have some type of petition, or we do need volunteers, or we do need voices to say, listen, rioting is not cool when you're destroying your own property and your own businesses, your own local businesses. And something needs to be said about that, because I just don't understand the people that's rioting and destroying and looting and stealing merchandise and stealing from so many jobs in so many places. And it just makes no sense, because it just doesn't solve anything. You guys are taking advantage of the situation to get free stuff, and I just think that's not cool. And I just think that's not the proper way to protest, because that just has nothing to do with the situation. You're just taking advantage. So I do think that needs to be said. And we definitely need a voice of, people that's saying, you know what, we did destroy our community, but let's rebuild it. We need people that's going to be on the front line, that's going to, let's start buying concrete, let's start buying bricks, let's start gearing up on metal, and let's start rebuilding, these factories or these stores that we've destroyed. And let's buy some paint. Let's start building structure. Let's start painting back, these buildings that we've destroyed, and let's start getting back to rebuilding this, our country, because at the end of the day, we all live in this country and we all have to prosper as one. So I think rebuilding, no matter where you're at, I just think rebuilding, wherever local area you're at, I just think rebuilding your community is the right step, because everything is destroyed. Everything is just shattered. There's glass everywhere on the streets. Like it's insane. So I think the next step for us is to rebuild our communities, rebuild everything locally. Let's get back into just, I don't care if any way you can contribute. I don't care if you let's buy a whole bunch of paint. Let's start repainting things. Let's start buying frames of glass and let's put that energy and let's put that money into something that's going to be useful. So that's my conclusion. I think that should be the next step. With this, Atlanta has been a whole bunch of, there's a lot of spots in LA. There's so many areas where it's just been destruction. I think the next step moving forward is to rebuild what we destroyed, because we destroyed a lot of these places. So if we could destroy it, we can build it. Build and destroy. It's yin and yang. It's two elements to life, man. And I think in order to rebuild is to destroy. And when you destroy something and you rebuild it, it brings a new face to everything. So I think that's just something that I've been seeing on the internet, man. Just a lot of destruction. But I do think we can rebuild and we can turn this into something positive. And I think a lot of us needs to come together. I would love to see a Million Man March one day. That would be something very, very powerful. We've seen so many riots with Ferguson, and there's been a lot of places in Dallas. There's just been so many riots within the past couple of years due to police brutality, which I understand, because it angered me. I see the anger. Like I said, I can't watch that video again because it just brings so much anger, and for Donald Trump to not step in and not acknowledge what's going on. He's part of the problem. It's like, you're looking at black people, you're looking at angry people, not even just black people, but all people that are protesting. Yeah, they're angry. Let's talk about why a lot of these people are angry. We're tired of seeing black men get killed in the street, murdered in the street, being executed in the street, and nothing is being done about it. We need city halls, we need conversations, we need a lot in order to progress, and we just need a lot of discussions, man. We need city halls, we need communities to come together, and we need to start having dialogue. We need people to start articulating themselves. We need structure. I just think there's so many different I would say there's so many different narratives of what people really want. And for me, I want equity and equality. That's the number one goal for me, and I think that's what we need to push towards. So it shouldn't be for a certain group of this and that. I just think all people matter. I think we all need to come together to figure out these solutions. So, for me, this is just my conclusion. I'm not an activist. I'm not, I'm just a regular, I'm just a modern person that just has an opinion on what's going on. But shout out to all the people in Connecticut that, rallied and protest, because it was peaceful for the most part. I didn't read too much about news of anyone getting beat up or anything like that, but shout out to everyone protesting, everyone on the front line, because some of us, we don't have the opportunity to go out and use our voice, because some of us have to work and a lot of us have other responsibilities where we can't put ourselves on the front line. So, I have a lot of respect for those people that has been, protesting within the last couple of days and speaking on justice that needs to be served. And hopefully we get more news on what's going to happen with this officer, just because if he doesn't get indicted, if he gets off of this, it's going to be a World War III. We don't know what's to come. So I just wanted to just make this a quick video for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I love this game. I play it all the time, and I'm going to just continue to put out more gameplay for you guys, and I'm going to just make full-on videos where I'm going to commentate, make you guys critically think, and just give you guys my opinion on things, and just try to build, dialogue with you guys. So if you're new to the channel, if you're new to this video, subscribe. I'm going to keep grinding. I got you guys covering. Have a good day, guys. Peace, and be safe.